Hi, everyone. Thanks for being here. I'm so happy you're all here. It's so nice to see you all. Um, I there's some new faces. Um, I thank you so much for coming, and I want to share this with you. This Purium product is amazing. Um, I'm 17 days using the ULT. I have a ton of increased energy. I'm sleeping better, waking up more refreshed, and um, I don't really have a weight loss goal at this point, just kind of a nutritional goal and a goal to feel better and, feel more like me. Um, but on top of it, I lost 6 pounds. So it's definitely a good thing, and I would love to lose more. But right now, I'm just trying to look look to where I can get the energy to do more and be more, um, and I've had a really good time learning about the Purium products. I'm really impressed with the quality, and I'm every day learning more about a different product and new things. And um, in today's world, it's just really hard to get the nutrition you need, expense, but also being able to trust where it's coming from. So um, I really believe that this company has the most trusted product out there right now. Um, and the business program is looking really good to me so far. And I think that's most of what I wanted to say to start.
That's awesome. Thank you so much, Jenny. And thank you for, getting this together to share with the people that you care about. And, really that's what it's all about. Those of us that have been with Purium, I've been with Purium for 4 years, and I started out as just wanting to lose weight. I was part of that diet mentality where I was frustrated because I was to the age where I would, try to do everything that I used to do, get on diets and do this, and nothing ever worked. And so I was frustrated. So my daughter-in-law introduced me to the program, and immediately I'm like, you know what? What do I have to lose? I'm going to do it. And my husband said the same. I told him, hey, I'm going to start this program. He's like, well, what about me? So he and I started together, and we were planning on just doing it for 30 days because remember, I was thinking in terms of a diet. A diet you get on and then you get off as soon as you can, right? It's no fun. You're grumpy and you can't wait to get off of it, but you're going to lose weight and then you're going to go right back to your thing. And that's what honestly what I thought we were going to do. 10 days in, like Jenny, I had so much energy. I started back to running and I just felt so good. I felt like lighter. I started to lose weight, but at that point I felt so good that it didn't really matter. My husband had equally good results. Are the aches and pains that we were experiencing, just the heaviness was lifted. And at that point, I told him, I'm like, I know I said I was only going to do this for 30 days, but you know what? Really, I don't want to stop. And he's like, me neither. So that was 4 years ago. And both my husband and I have continued with either the 2 shakes a day, which is the protocol for the ULT, or sometimes just 1 shake. It just depends. We've taken it on vacation with us to Mexico, to Hawaii, to an all-inclusive resort. We've taken it on the road when we've done road trips. It's so easy and simple. And that's what I really love about it. So not only did we feel great, it was easy to incorporate in our lifestyle. So I want to tell you a little bit about what the program is, and I wanted to show it to you so that you can get a visual of it. And I was supposed to take it all out before, so give me a sec. Okay, got it. All right. So first of all, I'll explain what a meal is. So when we say that this is 2 meal replacements, so this will replace 2 of your meals, and it consists of the power shake, which is your greens. These are gently dehydrated, and that's important because what that means is that this powder is still live and raw. And as soon as you rehydrate it with water, it comes back to its original potency as if you just harvested it. That is pretty unheard of when you think about dried things like this. And it tastes really good. This is the appleberry, and Jenny will tell you later how much she likes it. So this, you just mix this with 20 ounces of water, shake it up, and that's it. But you don't even have to shake it. And this is really cool. So you get this little portable blender with it too. So you literally just press the button and you're done, and you take it wherever you're gonna go. The super aminos, this is the protein. This is the cleanest, most bioavailable protein on the market. It's a non-soy legume. It's pre-digested. And what that means is that protein is amino acids. And when the protein, like a steak or chicken, is broken down, so your body can use it, it's broken down into amino acids. So this has already been broken down. So when you take it, not only are you absorbing 99% of it, you're also able to start using it within 23 minutes because your body doesn't have to break it down. So athletes love this because they can take it and then go work out and have that available to them right away. Someone with maybe their kidneys are a little impaired, or they have some other disorders that cause it to, they can't put a lot of stress on their body. This is also amazing. And then just for everybody else, because you are guaranteed to get that clean protein as in very little time. Now, the biomedic, this is something that is the catalyst of making this program powerful, because this is your pre and probiotic. 70% of our immunity is in our gut. They're finding out more and more about the role of our gut microbiome and how it influences our cravings, the things that how we feel. There's the gut-brain connection, so it's closely related to our mental health, so much of it. But this is also so powerful because it removes heavy metals and chemicals that are in our food, and specifically glyphosate. If you haven't heard the term glyphosate, you've probably heard of Roundup. And so this has been clinically proven to remove glyphosate from your body by 74% within 6 weeks. It also lowers the C-reactive protein level, which is the biomarker for inflammation in your body. It lowers by 75% within that same 6-week period of time. It's powerful, and Purium is the only one that has this whole food solution to removing those nasty things from our body, which is really inhibiting us from being able to absorb the nutrients in the food that we eat. So this is going to be the gateway to really having your body balance itself out by getting this good nutrition. Okay, so that was the meal replacements. You're going to do that twice. Most people do it morning and afternoon, but like today was a good example. I had one in the morning, and then I had a luncheon to attend, and then I had one for dinner already. So you can switch it up, and maybe your schedule will change. For the most part, whenever those 2 meals fit in is when you should have them. Your third meal then will be concentrating on whole foods. We don't want to, take this and then just kind of go willy-nilly. We want to concentrate on whole foods. You don't have to be vegan. You don't have to, it's not a diet, so you don't have to have a diet label. We're just focusing on whole organic nutrition. and in abundance. You know, you don't have to count calories, you don't have to count macros. You're just focusing on changing your attitude about food and looking at food differently, looking at food as fuel that your body needs in order to heal and to balance. And your body can do that. Your body is amazing. It's wonderfully made, but it needs the right tools to do that. And this is definitely giving your body all of those tools that it needs. And then the last 10 days of your first and your second month, so 30 days and then into your 60 days, is the super cleanser. This is a gentle colon cleanse. Jenny's going to start hers. No, she started hers on the 11th, and she can tell you the effect that it has. It's not going to, you know, send you to the bathroom. You're going to be able to work, you know, do whatever you need to do, and it's not going to impact you. But what it is going to do is release the impacted material that is in your colon. And it also is going to remove parasites. So to get a full parasite cleanse, you're going to do it 10 days in your first month and 10 days in your second month. And then that's it. So your third month, you're not going to be doing the super cleanser. And that's the program. It's very simple. And now I want you to hear from some that have been on the program. I want them to share their experience with you so you can see the power of nutrition. So the first one I'm going to see if she can unmute and share her story is Regina.
Well, hi. Glad to see everybody here. Anyway, I'm just going to go right into my story. I just want to let you know that I started this program probably about 4 years ago, right along with Rebecca. And with me doing that, because I had issues with respiratory, which the respiratory in this case was my asthma. And it was during the COVID season when a trusted friend offered it to me. And I'm like, okay, well, it's just food. How's that going to help me? And so I was like, and they go, just try it, okay? Because you've been going to the hospital on numerous occasions, ER, at least 3 to 4 times a year. Worried about your asthma, can't sleep, can't breathe, not knowing what was going to happen next. And what that entailed was no sleep at all. I thought, well, hey, okay, so I give it a try. So anyway, I gave it a try. And then it turns out that the first probably 4 or 5 days, it started working for me. And I was detoxing. And the next thing you know, after that, I didn't have any. About 2 weeks later, during that time of the season when it comes, I had no problems with breathing. And then, of course, come with breathing and sleeping. So my gut issue had kind of started to regenerate itself, working itself out. So this worked for me. And I am happy to say I have not been back in emergency or ER within those 4 years that I've been on this program. So if this fixed it, which it did for me, why do something different? So that's where I'm staying. So, and my husband has joined me since then too, as well.
That's awesome. That is awesome. Thank you for sharing that with us, Regina. Angie, can you share your story with us, please?
Sure. In January 2023, I was diagnosed with a cluster of autoimmune diseases, which left me, well, pretty much hopeless and bedridden. I didn't really know what to do. Doctors gave me medication that really gave me so many side effects. The side effects were much like I lost my hair, I had the moon face, I had already battled dark cloud and, very sadness, but this enhanced everything triple, if not more. And one doctor said, basically, just don't ever think you're going to get off a wheelchair. Not good bedside manners, but it did affect me. But a good friend of mine shared just the Power Shake, shared some of her Power Shake with me. Just that Power Shake gave me that little bit of hope, a little bit energy that I didn't think I'd ever get. And so I looked more into it and thought, you know what? So another friend said, okay, here, we've got this. I ordered my first ULT, and it did not, I really was really surprised at how much I had in me to get out. It was just, I realized that the gut was really affecting my autoimmune. And it did help me tremendously. I'm not completely off of Western medicine, but I'm nowhere where I was. I remember when I first started, I used to say I couldn't hold my medication in one hand, and also a weekly injection in my stomach. I no longer have to hold the medication. I do get a treatment, but it's nothing compared to where I was. But with that said, Becca, I just want to share a little bit because my husband was in the hospital, and I want to share about his journey with a little bit about his diabetes. And we got word that he had a medical crisis, and that's a long story, but he's on the program, and he just told me his A1C has dropped 4 points. He's at a healthy 6, which is unheard of. So, and there's so much more to his story, really. I don't want to take any more time, and I don't have a script. So I wanted to let you know from my heart that if you ever really considered, I'm going to be 66 and I feel better than I felt 40, 30. I have a long way to go because this is a lifelong commitment. I don't want to give up on me, let alone those I love. So if you have that same philosophy, consider this. Thank you, Becca.
Thank you, Angie. That was beautiful. I appreciate your being vulnerable. And isn't it amazing the connection between all of these things that we could have and just something as simple as gut health, focusing on gut health. That's pretty amazing. Let's see, Amy, are you ready to give us your share?
I think so. Yeah, I said I think so because I wasn't sure if my mic was going to work, but it looks like it is, right? Okay, you all, thank you so much for letting me share. I'm going to tell you about the time that I broke down, ugly crying, feeling the lowest self-esteem I've ever felt in my life. I was reading this cute little comic book style greeting card that my husband had given me for our anniversary. And it was talking about all the sweet, nice, supportive things that a wife does for her husband and for her family. And I just lost it because I felt like a failure. Even though he was expressing appreciation for me, I was not feeling deserving of that because I had not been that loving, supportive, sweet wife that he deserved and that I wanted to be in quite some time. I was spending more time in the bed than I was out of the bed. Whether I was sleeping or not, it didn't matter. I was not out and about. I didn't feel like leaving the house. I was convinced that my hormones were so out of whack that this was going to be my life for the next 10 to 12 years, just like it had been for my mother and for her mother before me. And I was super depressed. I can't even say how depressed I was. So not long after that, I was thankfully introduced to Purium, and I decided to give it a chance. And it didn't take very long at all to find out that I was getting the sleep that I needed, that I wasn't planning 2 naps a day any longer, and that I had the energy that led me to really taking on some things that I hadn't had emotional energy for in a while. And that included some business obligations that I had really let slide. It definitely included my self-care. So this new outlook on life and on my personal health has created a deep sense of stability. It's boosted my self-confidence. I no longer feel apathy, despair, or disinterest. And it wasn't an overnight transformation. This started about 2 years ago, and it's had its ups and downs, but it did start with the ULT and a 90-day commitment. And I'm so glad that I did. I'm so thankful for that. I know that these foundations of health being built on superfood nutrition has totally changed my life, and it will continue to do so. And that's what I was looking for, a big change. I was feeling incapable of a big change, but that's what I was looking for. So if you are looking for change in your life, whether it's similar to the change I was looking for or some other kind of change, I sincerely hope you give this program a chance.
Wow, thank you, Amy. That was beautiful. And I'm glad that you mentioned about sleep, because then that reminded me that I forgot to tell you about one of the pieces of the program, which is a tart cherry that you can take at night. Most people take it at night. You can take it anytime. The reason why tart cherries are so powerful is that they're one of the foods that have the highest level of naturally occurring melatonin. Melatonin, some people take synthetic melatonin. They can sometimes feel groggy, or, they just, their bodies are getting the synthetic version, so it doesn't react as well as the natural version. So this will help you with sleep, which is one of those pillars of wellness. When you're not sleeping well, your body is not renewing itself, which is when it regenerates and renews. It's when your brain settles down and starts making connections that throughout the day. So it's really important. And so you can take this 2 tablespoons with some water. Jenny said that she took it warm like a tea the other night, and she loved that. I like to put it with sparkling water or regular water, or just take 2 tablespoons. So this is great. So that's the 5th piece of that of the program. Okay, so now let's see. Where is she? Denise, there you are. I think we have time for hopefully 2 more. So Denise and Joey.
Okay, thank you. Well, okay, so my journey actually started in 2008 with stage 4 ovarian cancer. Since that time, I've been through 5 surgeries, total hysterectomy, removal of the appendix, surgery on the liver, my right adrenal gland removed, one of my kidneys gone, my gallbladder gone, and after each surgery would be, of course, chemo. So I've had plenty of chemo, and it is brutal, guys. It really is. And so in 2015, which was my last surgery, I was put on a medication called Lynparza, and since then it has stopped my cancer cells from multiplying. It goes and attacks the cancer cells, which is amazing in itself. But honestly, I just feel in my heart, if I had known about this product at the beginning of my cancer journey, I really wonder what it would have done for me. And the reason I say that, in November of this past year, I was exhausted, and I'm talking literally taking naps multiple times during the day. Well, I'm thinking the cancer's back again. So went to the oncologist, which I have to go to every 2 to 3 months and do labs, because you got to keep for the rest of your life. You got to wonder, if the cancer is going to keep coming back. So it's a lifetime journey that you're going to deal with. So I thought it was back. Well, come to find out, I was in, he told me, Denise, you're in kidney disease. So I'm like, oh my goodness, am I going to be on dialysis? And he says, well, you're not there yet. So of course he sends me to a nephrologist. And he's saying that once my one kidney was removed, I should have been sent to a nephrologist since then. So I just feel really fortunate that I've even made it this far, to be honest. So anyway, that was in November. Then I got on this product in December, all because of Angie. And I knew a lot of Angie's health issues. And I said, oh my gosh, I couldn't believe how good she looked. And of course, when you're in those chairs getting chemo, and I have to tell this because I have to make light and fun of it, but I just kept plumping up, getting bigger. It was all this inflammation. And when you go, you see a lot of the same people all the time getting their chemo. All of them are getting skinny. I'm plumping up. And I told him, my goodness, you guys are filling me up like that Foster Farm chicken. You know, I said, what's going on here? But that's how my body reacted to it. So I get on the product in December. I go to the nephrologist. I'm going to say it was either January, middle of February. I'd have to look back at my notes. And he says, Denise, you're out of kidney disease. And I knew, only being on this product a month and a half, how I was feeling. My energy, my inflammation, my cankles were going down. I lost a total of 30 pounds. I've got more to go, but 30 pounds went off. And that was literally without trying. Energy was there. I wasn't feeling all the gassy that I was feeling. So there was just so many things that I was feeling. And so when he told me, you're back in normal, he goes, I don't know what you're doing, but don't stop it. Well, then I go back and see the oncologist, and he's seeing this weight that's going off, checked my cancer markers, and he said, you're down at a 4. You guys, I have never been a 4. And every cancer has its own markers. With ovarian, it's 35 and up, your cancer is usually back. I was hanging around a 7, but I've never hit a 4. And this was all within a matter of month to a month and a half. So what I say is, anybody that is dealing, I'm going to just mention the cancer because there's so many ailments that this is helping. But cancer alone, people need to get on this stuff. That's it's a given. I really think, had I known about it, there's no telling how many surgeries I would not have had. That's just how I feel.
Wow. That was amazing. Amazing. I don't think I've ever heard your whole story, so that was just profound. Joey, I'm really sorry, but we ran out of time. So I'm going to stop the recording here.